All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Elevation Nation Conversations. I'm here. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? I'm here. Before we get started, hit that like, share, subscribe button. We trying to build this dialogue and that we have and build these conversations. We're trying to build them up so we can get a lot more subscribers and get some more views because we doing some good shit over here. So hit that like, share, subscribe button. Drop a comment in the comment section. God Body Shine, I'm here. You just can't see me right now. I need a haircut. I'm bald here, but I need a haircut right now, so we ain't gotta do the camera thing. But if I get 10 likes right now while I'm streaming, I come on camera. But I wanted to check in, man, and tell my brothers who not to be in a marriage or after a marriage or after a breakup or whatever like that. And I want to let the sisters know to who not to tolerate. Don't put up with these simp, lame ass niggas, man, being abusive or being narcissistic, you know. But I do know a lot of times now that word narcissist and narcissism is being thrown around a lot and very lightly. So sometimes that's not really the case, but sometimes it is. And when it is, you got to get up out of there, you know. So definitely don't put up with no shit from these narcissists, whether it be men or women. It's not worth it. But yeah, on TikTok, I got a TikTok account, and there's a brother that I used to just kind of see his videos every now and then, things like that. And I didn't know who he was, but I just used to like every now and then run across his videos on TikTok whenever I did get on there, and his name was Toe God 007, and he had just recently got like a towing company or transportation business, but he was always putting posts on uploading videos, and I found the interest. I was like, okay, yeah, he's in transportation. I know a lot about transportation, so I just kind of just clicked on one and just kind of checking it out or whatever. But what happened is I started seeing some of his videos, and he was always talking about his ex-wife. He always had these videos where he was just being super disrespectful and just super ignorant and you know abusive in the descriptions and the in the dialogue or whatever when he was speaking about her or their past interactions or their past marriage and things like that. And I was just like thinking to myself, what would make a grown ass man get on social media, period, and start airing out his dirty laundry or his household issues or his issues with his ex-wife and things like that, and then just talk about her like she wasn't nothing. Now this guy was he was married to her. I think they were down there in Georgia like that somewhere, and I was just thinking I always found that real lame. I always felt that was like a real sucker move for him to be on social media platforms and things like that, just bashing his ex-wife and talking crazy about her and just speaking real nasty on her. I'm like, I can't feel that right there. I'm not rocking with that. That's some punk ass shit. So I never really kind of was clicking on would click on his videos too much after that because I saw what they were about. But lo and behold, come to find out his channel or his TikTok page had got, I guess, deleted or banned from TikTok. So I guess because he was on TikTok, bashing his ex-wife and things like that, and just talking real greasy and talking crazy about it, and things like that, and just being real disrespectful and being like super nasty on the TikTok platform. They got his page banned and knocked down. So the other day I was running across YouTube and I saw a lady that had his same tag as far as Toe Guy 007, but it was a woman. And so I clicked on it, and it happened to be his ex-wife. So this is the ex-wife of the guy, the toe guy that would be on social media talking real rude and disrespectful about his ex. So I clicked on one of the videos and I was checking it out and I was listening to it. And she was dropping some, just dropping some information and some game about what he was doing and, and things like that and how he would treat her and all of those type of things. And I was like, oh, okay. This is the other side of the story. So this is what he was doing towards her, but he wasn't telling that part. All he was trying to do was tell the part of how, she was doing this and she kicked him out and she was doing that. And he was telling his truth, but his truth wasn't the whole truth. So I guess she said, well, if he gonna get on there talking, telling his truth and talking crazy and things like that, she kind of started going on TikTok and telling her truth. And there's two sides to every story. But when I would listen to her, when I listened to what she was talking about as far as what he was doing, I was like, okay, I can believe some of that because he seemed like one of them punk ass dudes that was probably verbally abusive and mentally abusive and physically abusive. Then he wanted to get on social media and play the victim role and bash her because she kicked him out the house and all of that. Now I'm not taking sides in any of this and all that because I do know mental, physical, emotional abuse goes both ways. Men do it as well as women do it. It's just more reported by women because men tend to really not report it like that because men are kind of trained or they're conditioned in the media to take the abuse from women and just look at it as normal. So if a woman is cussing you out or hitting you or whatever or throwing things or tearing up your stuff, that's abuse. But men don't really report it at the rate that women do. So we're kind of conditioned to take it. But she was telling her side of the story, and I was like, wow, okay, so this is what that chump ass nigga was doing. But he wanted to get on social media and bash and dog her. I was like, oh, okay. I just found it interesting, that she's telling her side of the story, but he didn't want to tell the whole side of the story, the truth. And I just wanted to tap in on it, take a listen to what she's talking about and see if we can get up out of it and gain from it and learn from it so we can apply it to ourselves so we can elevate and grow and develop from it and take her lessons and learn from them and apply them to our lives or whatever. But I still don't agree with either one of them getting on social media telling all their business like this. I think it's childish. I think it's juvenile. I think it makes no sense. And I think just the world has gotten too comfortable with getting on social media and just telling their whole life story and just telling all details about their life, and that's crazy. Use this YouTube thing for entertainment. Use it, use TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Use that shit for entertainment. Stop getting on here thinking it's your therapist or it's your release, because it's not. Go get a therapist for that. Go get some help. Go seek a doctor. Keep that stuff offline, because most people online don't give a fuck and they don't care. Online is used for entertainment purposes, not for your personal therapy session. But this is the guy, the toe guy. This is his ex-wife, and she's telling her side of the story. I wish I had some of his stories to post and show y'all what he was doing, but they banned his page. They took them all down, so they're not up there no more. So let's take a listen to what she's talking about. And this is a cautionary tale for the fellas, man. Don't be this guy, and for the women, don't be this sister. Don't stay in a relationship that long and take this type of bullshit. You're definitely not you're definitely not deserving of that. So hit that like, share, subscribe button, drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think about it. Let's take a listen and see what she was saying about him, what he was doing. Since he wanted to get online and tell his side of the story. Now his ex-wife is online telling her side of the story. So we'll check back in a minute. Let's take a listen.
No filter, nothing. Baby, if I could show you a picture of myself 2, 3 years ago, I look like I was waking up from the damn dead. And I'm not saying that like I'm the prettiest person in the world, but I was so stressed out that I couldn't even really recognize myself. I had gained weight. My hair is naturally curly. I have 3C hair and it's naturally wavy and curly. It's beautiful. My curls would not lay right. I wasn't really getting my nails and my feet done. I wasn't really taking care of myself because I was in such a mental fog from the narcissistic abuse, the verbal abuse, the mental abuse, the emotional abuse that I was receiving. I didn't know who I was. The minute I put this nigga out my house, I noticed a change in myself. I noticed a change in my kids as well because they were in fight or flight mode as well. It was almost like the old house that I lived in, the garage had this certain, so anytime we heard it, it was like, oh God, he's home. My kids would run in their room just to avoid even dealing with him. But I had these dark rings around my eyes. My face was breaking.
Now let's pause it there. This is what we say when you have to be accountable for the decisions you make and for your own well-being and for the choices you make. There is no way in the world that a woman with kids should be putting up with any man around her or her children, her daughters at that, and the children don't like the guy. A lot of times those are red flags and those are indicators that that person ain't shit. If your kids don't get along with them or they don't like them being around or they want to leave when they come around and things like that. So she should have been in mother mode beyond that to see that maybe I shouldn't even be dealing with him. My children don't even like being around this guy. So that was a big red flag right there. She should have took heed to that, from the gate.
Now, I wasn't who I used to be prior to him. I stopped doing everything that I loved. Again, I'm heavy into old schools. I stopped driving my old cars. I stopped going to my car meets, everything. So when he posts talking about, oh, she insecure, no, honey, it was you. Because again, you tried to push me off the balcony of the patio. But of course, you're not going to mention a lot of the stuff that you did to me. But when you dealing with somebody like that, baby, they may not kill you physically, but they will damn sure kill you emotionally. I'm telling you, just get away from it. And they wonder why you don't want to sleep with them anymore. And that's the whole reason why he mad is because he was trying, last week I could show these text messages and I'm like, no, I'm good on that because I'm trying to break a soul tie. And yes, soul ties are real. I'm trying to break a soul tie. And the last thing I need is to let you intertwine with me. I can't say, intertwine with me. And then next thing you know, I'm back in that funk and fog again. And then every time we would do something a day or two later, you would dog me out. So why would I want to continue to open myself up to somebody like this? But honey, again, you got all these dudes and females that don't know him. They just cheer him on. Oh no, bro, you deserve. No, baby, it is I that deserve better because I let this fucker move in with me. He didn't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. Okay, he couldn't hold down a job. He was always getting fired, left and right, getting fired because of his attitude and his mouth. So yes, he had no choice.
That's the second red flag right there. And I was raised as a young boy that said, you never move in with a woman. A man should always have his own. You let the woman move in with you or you guys move into a place together. But she should have never let him move in with her, especially when she got two daughters and the daughters weren't feeling comfortable with him. Now I do understand that the thing of dealing with somebody and seeing their potential and kind of working with them and supporting them and helping them out and things like that. But nah. If you saw the red flags with him not being able to keep a job and anger issues and things like that, you should have never let him move in with you.
choice but to start a damn business. And yes, his business is doing good, but you get into people every 5 minutes because of your mouth. Somebody actually just him back in November because of his mouth, but he didn't put out the story of what really happened. He got, because he was out walking his 3 dogs and the girl got scared and they got into it and she threatened him and he went around the corner. She went around the corner and got her boyfriend, and as he was walking up the street, they pop, 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 and he got hit because of, again, his mouth. So like I always tell him, your mouth is gonna put you in a world of hurt if you don't watch yourself. But when you get away from people like that, man, it's like your life start thriving. I done bought a house. I started 2 businesses. I just got another contract to become a notary signing agent. Which basically every time I go do these documents for these closings on this house, it's almost $200 a pop. I got my house renovated. I'm getting ready to do more things to my house. I'm hanging out with my friends more. I got blessings on top of blessings pouring in. And you know, my dad used to always say, God won't bless you as long as you tell it to an asshole. So it seemed like as long as I was with him, I wasn't really getting any money, or you know, just little stuff would come up. But the minute I let him go, all these doors just started opening for me. You know why? Because what was meant for me was meant for me, and it wasn't meant for him. Even though being married, just people think that not all marriages are meant to be. Not all marriages are ordained from God. Trust me. And mine was definitely one of them. And I do not regret putting him out. And think about it. It takes a lot for a woman to want to give up on her marriage. And it takes a lot for a woman to even want to get her husband away from her. Why do you think so many women stay in these abusive relationships? And they keep, well, why won't you get rid of them? Because it's not that easy. But baby, when I got to the point where I was just like, you know what? I can't deal with no damn more. I couldn't deal with no damn more. You got to go. If my children got to witness you spitting in my face, if my children got...
That was totally crazy when I heard her say that. There's no way in the world you should be with a man and he's that abusive where he's spitting at you in front of your kids on top of that. Like when you spit on someone, that is the lowest level of disgust and disdain for someone that you could do. So I'm glad this sister did get out of that situation and push on.
To hear you dogging out their deceased grandparents every 5 minutes, you don't need to be around us. So again, please, ToGod _007, owner of MGD Transport and Recovery, please stop getting on this app acting like you're such a wonderful person when you're not. You're terrible. And the only reason these people think you're so wonderful is because they don't have to deal with you 24/7. And the minute they start telling you about yourself, once they find out who you really are, you'll turn on them too, just like how you did on me. So yeah, again, there's always 2 sides to every story, baby. Keep my name out your mouth. All that calling me every name in the book on here, that's completely unnecessary. You ain't doing nothing but exposing, showing people like, see, I told you.
That's crazy. So this guy was talking about her dead parents and her dead grandparents and all of that. Like that's totally crazy. Now, this is the guy that she was talking about. This is the guy right here that she was in a relationship with and that was being abusive to her. This weird, crazy looking dude, she should have been left this cat. This cat looked like he not dealing with a full deck. She should have been got away from this guy. Like, nah, ain't no way in the world. Nah. But this is just a little cautionary tale that, you know, say, man, woman, when you see them signs in that man, get away from him. Run. You know, don't give him no access, no chances. Same thing with men, man. Step your game up. You know, be able to hold your own. Don't be moving in with women and things like that, and you know, stop being abusive to the women. Not all women are out here, you know, feminists or you know, hating on men and things like that. So I just wanted to tap in and do a little commentary on this because I had saw that guy, that ToGod guy on TikTok before, and I was like, why is he on there talking about his ex-wife like that? Like that's not something that a man would really do. And what's crazy is he had I want to say like 20,000 something followers. So he had a huge following on TikTok, and he was on there just being toxic, just talking about his ex-wife, dogging her out, and things like that. And that's crazy to me that he had so many followers, and he wasn't doing anything but negative shit on his channel. So yeah, hit that like, share, subscribe button. I appreciate you guys for tapping in with me and tuning in. But I just wanted to take a listen to this story and just tell people, learn from this, and elevate and grow and develop from this by not putting all your business on social media, watching the red flags when you see them, whether it be a female or a male that you're a potential dating partner. Listen to watch those red flags, pay attention to them, and please don't stay in abusive situations or relationships or marriages on either side. If it's disrespect or inconsideration or things like that, let them go. Life too short for that. It's too many people out here to be dealing with nonsense from one person. So just want to tap in with it, and and listen to his ex-wife, pull the coattail on his chump ass, what he was doing. So I knew it was two sides to the story. I knew it was more to it than that. But I appreciate y'all for tapping in with me. Hit that like, share, subscribe button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think about the toe god and what he was, doing, and the fake persona that he was putting on TikTok. People can get on social media and they can pretend and be whoever they want to be. You know, it's a wild wild west on the social media. People can portray who they want to be, but not who they really are. So I will check in with you guys on the next one. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Like I said, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. I salute y'all. Peace and blessings. I'll check y'all on the next one. I'm out.